Hello everyone, I'm Neerja Bhandari and we are back with another episode of Canadian at Heart podcast. In today's episode, we will talk about work permits in Canada. We hope this episode will be very beneficial to all of you and bring light to common questions surrounding this topic. Work permits. Everybody wants to come to Canada, if not as permanent resident, then definitely on work permit, so they can earn their living here, be economically beneficial, and enjoy the benefits that Canada has. What is a work permit? So basically, work permit is a authorization that allows you to work legally in Canada and be paid for it, along with getting the social and health benefits that all Canadian permanent residents, citizens, and taxpayers enjoy while they're working in Canada. Work permit is not available for everybody. It is given in sections to different people when they fulfill the requirements as and when required. So we have two kind of work permits, open and closed. First, we'll discuss the simpler ones, which are the open work permits. Open work permits are usually given to Canadian permanent residents it's basically given to people who are coming to reside in Canada with their spouses, and they're in Canada when they apply for their spousal sponsorships. So suppose you have a Canadian girlfriend and then you get married in Canada, or you were married in your home country and then come to visit Canada and now want to live with your spouse while your application for sponsorship to Canada as a permanent residence is being in process. So that is when, along with your application package, you can apply for open work permit. So when you get the file number after that, you will be able to get your work permit and legally work in Canada while supporting your spouse and waiting to become a permanent resident. This is done under public policy that Canada has for reunification of families and letting the spouse who's here be economically beneficial and supportive to the spouse that they married in Canada. The other way you can get an open work permit is if you have an international student spouse or a work permit holder in Canada and you are their dependent spouse. Prove your relationship and show that you want to come to Canada to be reunited with your family and be economically supportive, and the open work permit can be applied for. We call it dependent spouse open work permit. The third and the most applicable is the postgraduate work permit, which is you get after you have been an international full-time student in Canada, coming out of a designated learning institution. That is when you get the open work permit. What open work permit does is that you can work for any employer that you can get the job at and make your Canadian experience. If it is a skilled job, then you can use that towards your permanent residency. And if it is not a skilled job, then at least you can be economically beneficial and supportive while living in Canada for your permanent residency application is in process. Now we'll come to the other category, which are the closed work permits. When we say closed work permits, that means they are employer-specific work permits. You have been offered a job by a Canadian employer who is eligible to sponsor you, because employers also have to meet the requirements to invite somebody to work, a foreign national, because they have to make sure that they are not hurting the Canadian labor market, taking jobs away from Canadians when they're inviting foreign nationals to come and work in Canada. And I think that's happening in all countries. Nobody wants that their own people in Canada, the locals, don't get a job and foreign nationals get those jobs. So once your employer is eligible and you've been offered a job and you apply for the work permit, that is when it becomes employer-specific work permit, and it is you're bound to work for that employer during that contractual period. That's what these jobs are. So these could be LMIA based, which is labor market impact assessment, where the employer is advertising and showing the recruitment efforts that they tried to hire a Canadian but were not able to find a Canadian with those specific skills to work, and the foreign national has those skills that we're looking for, and also bringing their specific skills to Canada, specialized skills to Canada, which they will enhance uh, to work in Canada and also be economically beneficial. Maybe when they come to Canada, they will help the company to develop it to such an extent that more Canadians will get employment under that section. And they will also train Canadians to do the same job. So the LMIA based ones are those. And we do those a lot, where cooks, chefs, carpenters, electricians, automotive technicians, IT specialists, they all come under these categories. Skilled jobs, truck drivers, they all come under these categories when they get a job offer and they can come with those skills to come and work in Canada. And that experience also can be later used to get your permanent residence in Canada, along with points for Canadian Experience class. Now we'll come to the LMIA exempt ones. The LMIA exempt ones are the ones which are due to the international treaties Canada has with different countries, different regions, and universally which are applicable to people and companies that want to bring their foreign workers from other companies. We usually do a lot of intra-company transferees. There is NAFTA, there is GATS, there are other programs, CETA. So these are to say a few which allow companies to bring foreign nationals. So I will say, if you are an IT specialist in your home country in a company which has a sister company in Canada, so maybe that would be an intra-company transferee application where somebody with specialized knowledge is coming to Canada to use that to develop the company's profile and their business, and maybe train people to do the same job that they've been doing in the home country. And now Canada can afford to have customers and clients in that category. It could be in a CEO's position. So you could be in a managerial position in the home country, and now the Canadian company wants to bring the managerial staff so that they can develop and hire some people under them and develop the business in Canada. If it is not intra-company transferee, then there are owner-operator LMIAs, which are done for owner-operators who buy a company in Canada and want to develop it and work here. These all applications lead to permanent residence and lot of work experience in Canada while working. People enjoy and find work permits attractive because if you're not here as a permanent resident and you're waiting to become a permanent resident, work permits allow you to be economically settled, invested, and integrated into the society while your permanent residence is being in process. On the other hand, people who come on work permits, they also understand that Canadian experience, that is what these work permits are giving you. Canadian work experience is a big adaptability factor when your permanent residence applications are being processed. So this is fantastically good for people who are not under the age of 28, because we all know when we are doing express entry and we are doing federal applications and provincial applications, you get the maximum points for till the age of 28. And if you're older, you need to have more points. And for those more points, it's the adaptability points which are flexible. So that is the language, work experience. So foreign experience gets you certain points, but the attractive part of work permits is that the experience that you've gained in Canada as work experience holder, that is giving you the adaptability points, because as I said, you're invested and integrated into the society. So you do not need to spend more time like foreign nationals who come at the airport and they do not know where to go. You're not one of them. You're already part of the Canadian society. You're already part of Canadian schools, Canadian workplaces. You're spending your money here, you're paying your taxes here. So Canada sees you as more promising than the foreign nationals who have no Canadian experience. So work experience and work permits are big thing that people look for when they're looking for work permits in Canada. And there are so many ways to come to Canada on work permits. Having talked about work permits so openly, people ask where to find the jobs. They straight away call us to find jobs, and it's not so easy to find Canadian jobs. Even people in Canada sometimes are struggling to find the job of their liking and something that will passionately involve them and make them happy. So, the first thing that somebody sitting outside Canada has to do, because it's not easy to find jobs from outside Canada. But I've seen some lucky applicants who will find them through Job Bank, Indeed, Monster.com. There's so many websites which are professional websites and they have jobs posted. You are free to pursue the jobs that you like. Enroll yourself as a job seeker on these websites and see what all is available. And I've seen a lot of times people tell me they found the job because they directly contacted the employer and they had an interview with them. I find that very amazing because employers are looking for good people with skilled category, specialized knowledge skills. So use that to do it. A lot of people come here on visitor visas and then they're exploring their opportunities in Canada, where they personally go to offices, workplaces, businesses, and introduce themselves and see if they can find those jobs in Canada. And it's not impossible. This year, during COVID, we've had excellent results where people who were in Canada found employers and they have applied for work permits while they were living in Canada itself without leaving the country, because that is what our Minister of Immigration allowed this year, that they do not have to do the work permit from port of entry. It can be done while they were still living in Canada. So open your opportunities, look forward, and feel free to apply for jobs from outside Canada, because work in Canada adds so much more value to your already existing skills and profiles. So use them. Work is what gets everybody where they want. It has a lot of promise. So work permits is what everybody promises to say. It's the mantra, as I will say, in today's time, because work permits give you that opportunity and more options to settle in Canada. When you're talking so much about work permits, I would like to also warn you and keep your eyes open, because everybody out there is ready to come to Canada, and that is exactly what scammers are looking for. There are so many agents in different countries who will promise you, and it is very easy to get attracted, because that is what you want to listen. You want to hear that you are so promising and they can get you a job. And I scan so many of those applications every day. I get so many of these fake job offers which people send me, that please check for me, is this genuine or is this a fake job letter. So don't just go for an agent giving you a job letter and paying hundreds and thousands of dollars and your own country's currency money in thousands of rupees, pesos, and whatever your country's currency is. Don't go in for that. You should have a very transparent person who tells you exactly how it is. And believe me, no foreign employer who's going to pay you in future is going to hire you without an interview at least one time. I'm sure if it is a low skill job, at least they will want to speak to you one time. Everybody wants to know what kind of workers they are going to hire. So if nobody has talked to you and it's just an agent telling you they've found a job for you, that's not how it happens in Canada. So be aware of those and keep your eyes open. Yes, you have dreams, but don't let anybody take advantage of your dreams. Look very carefully into what you are doing and make sure you don't get scammed and pay so much money and get ripped off. That's my advice. Thank you for listening to today's podcast. We will see you next time for another episode of Canadian at Heart. I'm Neerja Bhandari once again. See you next time.
You can start whenever you are ready.